guys, Nisa here of studyinorsk. So the question I get asked more than anything else is how I make my notes. And there's no real formula to it, but I thought that the best way to do it would be to go through it all in a video. So this video is going to be explaining how I do my notes, how I highlight, how I colour code, and things like that. So I hope this answers your question. Here we go. So the first thing I do whenever I'm starting any new notes is I get my colour scheme together. Now, I use the same base pens for everything. These are Staedtler pigment liners, 0.3 and 0.1. These are my favourite pens because they don't smudge under mild liners and they're, bleed proof. They're just really good pens. They're really smooth to write with and I like them a lot. So then I pick 2 or 3 colours. In some notes I use 2 and in some notes I use 3. In this we'll be using 2 main colours and 1 detail colour. So my 2 main colours are kind of a pastel pink and a warm yellow. And then my detail colour is going to be a turquoise. So this is our colour scheme for the notes I'm currently working on. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go through how I've made my notes so far, and then you'll see them being made as I go. These notes are a work in progress, as you can see by the big blank bit here. But I thought that a good way to do it would be to go through how I've made the notes so far and then actually to show you me making them in progress. So to start with, I just wrote my title in a 0.3. I always use 0.3 for most things because it's nicer to write with, and I use the 0.1 for kanji. But there isn't any kanji in this, not much. I try to always start with hiragana, so there's a kanji there, which I use my 0.1 for. So yeah, I write out most things in a 0.3, so that is my title and my 2 first verbs. My title goes for 1 colour and then I alternate the colours, so then the next thing is yellow as opposed to pink. As for examples, this is what I use my detail for. The examples are in turquoise. That shows me that these examples link down to these examples here, in the same way that they are examples and they're not just random conjugation. So to further decorate my page, I guess, I did a little line here outside the box. I use boxes to kind of separate stuff. So there's a box to show the examples as opposed to the examples down here which link into their verb. These ones kind of link into these too, so I thought it would be right to put it in a box. I use underlining just to add a splash of colour. This can also be used to highlight the Japanese. As you can see, I use colour for the Japanese and I don't colour the English because the Japanese is the important thing. So the Japanese is underlined, it's got a splash of colour and that attracts my attention to it before attracting my attention towards the English. Aside from that, I just colour code the Japanese, don't colour code the English, and then I go on to conjugate. Now these are basic conjugations in the past and the present. I use pink for the positive and I use yellow for the negative. So let's see. It always takes me a minute to read, but motsuteimasu is positive for, I don't know, I probably read that wrong. Let's go for like motsuteimasu. Yeah, motsuteimasu. So that is the positive. The positive is done in pink, just like motsuteimashita. Motsuteimashita is also in the positive, so those 2 are pink. And then the yellow is used for the negative. Motsuteimasen, motsuteimasen, and motsuteimasen deshita. So these are done in yellow because they're the negatives. So the positives and the negatives are different colours to help me differentiate. Then I do an example in turquoise. This is really where my detail pen comes in handy because it allows me to separate between the positives, the negatives, and the example. Now I use turquoise so that I don't know whether it's positive or negative. I have to read it, understand it, and when I come back to it, it will actually force me to understand. I think it's a really good idea to challenge yourself, so using another colour that doesn't give any clues is pretty wise. So now that that's done, we're going to move on to actually making the notes and you can see how I do it in progress. So the verb we're working with right now is de, ki, dekiru, dekiru. I nearly wrote dekimasu. Dekiru, and that is to be able. Am I writing with the right pen? I feel like I'm not. Let's see. Yeah, I am actually. Okay, so that's to be able. Now, if you see that my handwriting is going a bit haywire, it's because I'm trying to do this so that my head doesn't get in the way. But we'll just go with it. We'll go with it. So now that that's done, we go on to our conjugations. This is the infinitive. So before moving on to your conjugations, I get my madliner and I just highlight the infinitive to draw my attention to it. So there's to be able, and my attention goes towards dekiru before it goes to be able. This helps me learn, I think. I don't know. Then, keeping things neat, we go towards the conjugations. So the first conjugation is, I'm using my laptop to kind of help me out here, dekimasu. So de, ki, ma, dekimasu. That is our positive, so we highlight it pink. Now I'm highlighting this very soon after writing, so it is smudging a little bit, but usually these don't if you give it time. All you need is about 3 seconds, but I didn't even wait that long, so. Dekimasen is next, so de, ki, ma, sen. Dekimasen. Dekimasen is negative, so we highlight it. Oh, got that wrong. So we highlight it yellow. Now these next ones I'm going to write before I actually highlight them so that they have time to dry. But what we're on to now is the past. So the past positive is dekimashita. De, ki, ma, shi, ta. Dekimashita. And then we have dekimasen deshita. Dekimasen deshita. De, ki, ma, sen, de, shi, ta. Dekimasen deshita. And because this is positive and negative, we highlight them respectively pink and yellow, just like before. Pink and yellow. And then underneath we add another bullet point and we use our detail pen, which is turquoise in this instance, to write an example. Now the examples are the hard part, so I'm going to pause this, write my example, and then I'll come back and show you. Now I'm not going to say that the Japanese is correct, but I've done my best. So if you see any mistakes, please, correct me in the comments. This is my example. Watashi shukudai wo dekimashita. Wo dekimashita. Wo dekimashita. So this is, I have done my homework, or close to it. The English translation is kind of hard, but that's what I always find anyway. So that is our example, and because it's an example, we highlight it with turquoise. As you can see, the kanji of watashi has, oh, that's the wrong pen, was done with a 0.1, and the rest of it was done with a significantly thicker pen, which is the 0.3. So now that you've seen my notes being made, I hope that it actually opens up a bit more detail to you. If you still don't get it, I will do another video with my actual grammar notes, whereas this is just Japanese vocabulary notes and verbs. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Nice to see you. Bye!